Thanks, John. Now, this event is a lot like tug of war, but with a superstar spin. Now, teams will have to use their legs as anchors, and a good stance will play a big part in winning. But again, it's all about the strategy. Do you pull the weights in by yourself, or do you pull the weights as a team? Warren, should we show them how it's done?
Yes.
Let's do it. And that is how you do it.
Not bad.
You pulled the whole thing. Thanks, John. Now, mastering this daunting course requires a strong game plan. Each team must decide which member should run which leg. Now, you might want to have your strongest runner go first, but you still have to consider conserving both teammates' energy because you still have to make it across the lagoon and to the finish line. And you know, I got to try this jump. The runway is 48 feet long, and the trick is to get a good distance, but not too far so that you miss the jump and get nothing. Now, I was a long jumper back in high school, so I had to give this one a try. I'm going to set the bar at 12 feet, and we'll see how it goes. I cleared it. I think I should have done 14. Woo! As you can see, John, just like you said, these Sea-Doo watercrafts have a ton of horsepower. Now, the trick here is going to be to maintain a good amount of speed without falling off. I mean, you want to go fast enough to win, but these babies go 70 miles per hour, and if you hit that turn really hard, well, you better watch out, because you might just wipe out. Thanks, John. Now, as our teams discovered earlier, things to know about archery is whether you are left or right dominant in both hands and in your eye. Now, it's going to be interesting to see how the teams deal with this wind out here because it is so strong, and also their point selection. Because you know what, as we learned in basketball, going for the highest point is not always the best strategy. Now me, I've never done this before, so I'm going to go for the 2. All right. Thanks, John. Now, the first obstacle is climbing this wall. After which, contestants must jump down. Next up, they must run or walk the balance beam, which used to be the coverts. Now, after that is the bungee grid, which seems pretty straightforward, but actually has caused a lot of problems here, especially for Estella and Brandy, who... Next, we have the ramp, which the upside is pretty straightforward and hasn't caused much problems. But the downside, well, that's a completely different story because if you remember, woo, both Jennifer and Brandy took nasty spills in the sand. I've been feeling pretty competitive watching these guys do all their stuff.
I think you've been competitive since the first day I met you. Now you want a shot at the title?
Did you ever do this?
Wall? Just 350 pounders at 6'6". I've done that a couple times, but no wall that big.
It's gonna be a good match. You want to take me on? You want to do it?
I definitely want something, Jen.
All right.
Come on.
All right, let's do it. Let's do it.
Your ladies' choice. You want right or left?
I'm gonna go with this side, but I think your helmet's on backwards.
Is it? That's how I used to wear that to you.
Nice. All right, here we go.
Somebody's gonna get whooped.
All right, so what do? What's the finish? You touch the pole?
Hold the top.
Hold the top?
Hold the win.
Woo.
You counting it?
We make the call?
Yeah.
All right, test. I'm gonna say 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay.
Ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh. be the shoes.
That was a good job, man.
Can't believe it. Lost to a gator.
Victorious.
Huh?
Should have talked a little more trash going into this. So, Warren, you had it going halfway up pretty strong, but then you lost it. What happened?
You know, in the beginning, my strategy wasn't very good. You know, I was thinking stay out wide and, you know, maybe, you know, my girth would intimidate you a little bit, but evidently it didn't work. You know, those little hand things got me.
Yeah, I think you've got a little more weight on me. I mean, weight up.
Or you get him.
What do you think?
Jenn Brown, as you climbed up the wall and beat the big fella, do you think his shoes had anything to do with it?
You know, I'm going to have to say that it was all pure skill. I know that Warren was talking a lot of trash, saying they didn't have the right size because he was a size 15 foot. But, you know, I mean, I think I fair and square beat you. Yeah,
what a dirtbag. What a dirtbag.
No, I'm just kidding.
What a dirtbag.
That's what you're supposed to say, right?
I like it,
competitors?
You good, Lewis?
Give me a Jen, I want to talk to you!
Congratulations.